Is this just an opportunity for me to get on here and flex my abs? Maybe. But do I also just want to talk to the camera? Yes, you'd be correct. This video has no point, but I do have a few things on my mind. I decided I'm just going to record it because why not? If for nothing else, I'll be able to see this in the future. Now, my life is a big ball, and in that big ball, there are so many things I have to consider. Personally, I'm a person who likes to think a lot. I'm always in my head. I'll show you what I consider to be my secondary best friends. Give me a second, 1 second. This is my secondary best friend. I'm always listening to music. For those of you who know me personally, whenever I'm walking around, most times I have these headphones on. Now, it is kind of ironic because I'm a very social person. But I love music, first of all, but I also like to sit and think. And I think that part of my personality has always been there. I don't think it's something I've ever developed. It's always been there for as long as I can remember myself. I remember observing things and thinking about them deeply, just thinking weird, strange thoughts. And then I recognize that it helps with life, to utilize your brain and to think. But sometimes it can get overwhelming. Sometimes it can get very overwhelming. You get tied up in your own thoughts. You don't really know how to navigate the world clearly. Really what the issue is you spend so much time thinking about certain things, you begin to believe that just thinking about them can solve the issues at hand. But sometimes mere thinking isn't enough. Maybe the point of this video is that action is what's necessary for actual transformation, for actual change. Maybe the point of this video is that I'm just here to flex. Even though I don't think that's the point. We'll see. I might just get up and do a whole pose back there. Probably not though. This video has no point. I don't really know why you're still watching. If you want an introduction, I guess my name is Corbin, and this is Corbin Conversations. Usually I don't post things like this. I probably take myself a bit too seriously. I try to post things that actually make sense, that are coherent, and have a logical conclusion insofar as that is possible. But this video has no point. So here I am, outside of my comfort zone. But I always preach, though, that being outside of your comfort zone is the way to go. There is no other way you can grow. And I mean, sometimes you just gotta do it for the heck of it, right? Life is short. Life is short. If we keep doing the same things over and over and over and over again, it becomes bland, it becomes boring, right? There's no real experience. And I think at that point, you're just a coward, right? I think we like to argue, we have a routine and a routine works just fine. Why would you change something that's not broken? Honestly, this sounds like the talk of a coward. You gotta go outside of your comfort zone sometimes. You gotta show the dogs, I don't have any shoes on right now. Yeah, that's what we're doing. That's exactly what we're doing. We're going all out, baby. No, I'm kidding. I always have no shoes on, especially in my own house. I mean, my own room. Why would I have shoes on? That's weird. I don't know. Honestly, I don't get the craze about feet. What is it with Westerners and feet? I don't get it. Feet are cool. Feet have always been cool. What the heck? They're just feet. That's always been strange to me. Feet? What's wrong with feet? When did that become a thing? I find it funny though. Whenever I see someone else's feet out, I freak out. Just because it's funny, not because I actually have a problem with it. I don't care. But it's hilarious. It is hilarious. Now, isn't it interesting though that someone from the 40s, if someone from the 40s were alive right now and they saw me, they'd be like, what the heck is this guy doing? He's talking to a screen. And I'd look back at them and I'd say, sir, you just don't understand. You just don't get it. This is my best friend. And he'd look at me like I'm crazy. which is, understandable. I'm not crazy though. I'd say, sir, you're crazy. This is the most basic piece of technology. Where have you been all this time? I'd probably try to gaslight him and see what happens. Imagine if like Moses came back today and he saw cell phones. What is it that you have in your hand there, sir? I'd say, Moses, this is actually the tablet you were supposed to get. That's probably a bit blasphemous. I probably shouldn't say that. I gotta think. But I would say, Moses, this is another tablet. He'd probably think, since that tablet is black. Yeah, my phone. Where's my phone at? I don't even know where my phone is. Anyway, a phone screen is typically jet black, right? So if we show Moses a phone, Moses would be like, the one God gave me was gray. It was a slab of stone. Is that a tablet of death? I'd say, Moses, no. You just have not been enlightened yet. And then he'd probably smite me. So that probably wouldn't be a very good response. But I don't know what I would say. Isn't that crazy though? Someone from another generation would view this experience, me talking to you, as dystopian. Like, what the heck is this guy doing? There's nobody in the room. Who's he talking to? I'd say, you just don't understand the mysteries of the world, dear sir. I can touch a nation. And then he would be baffled. But then I would know that that's true. That I can touch a nation. That I do touch nations. That I will touch a nation. Anyway, this video has no point. Or maybe it does. Either way, I'm glad I'm making it. I'm trying to make an effort to be hyper aware of the blessings I have around me. The fact that I can talk, the fact that I can move, the fact that I have all of my limbs, the fact that I have some hair, the fact that I have some muscle, the fact that I can see. It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. And I think basking and embracing the absurdity of life, just hugging it wholeheartedly and say, come here, bring it in for a squeeze, is one of the ways we can truly enjoy. Oh man, my traps, holy that's that gym work for you. But anyway, I feel like that's one of the ways we can truly enjoy our experience here on earth. Nothing has to make too much sense, and you don't really have to worry yourself about what people think necessarily. I think when you contend with mortality, like Mr. Aurelius would encourage us to do, you contend with mortality, you recognize that most of the things we find burdensome literally do not matter. They don't matter, right? You can be who you feel like being in the moment, as long as you're not super inconsistent with people's feelings. You don't have people in a high and a low all the time, because then you might get smacked. Let's be honest, you might get smacked. But you can tailor your existence, and you could be who you want to be, when you want to be, where you want to be it. And maybe that's the point of this video, really. The fact that life is fluid. You just gotta take it as it comes. Do what you can. Help a few people. But help yourself most importantly. If you can't help yourself, you cannot help anyone else. Remember that. Remember that. But all the same, no man is an island. No man stands alone. So, oh man, my traps, holy. No man's an island, no man stands alone. So we're here to shine, guys, I'm actually tired. Maybe that's why I'm doing this so impulsively, because I'm really tired. Anyway, we have iron sharpen iron, you know what I'm saying? So each man helps the other man, and the world becomes a better place. That's how we do it. That's how it's always been done. That's how it's supposed to be done. Nothing more, nothing less. Maybe this video has a point. You can tell me in the comments below. My name is Corbin. This is Corbin Conversation. This is Corbin Conversations, man, my words. Let me know what other content you'd like to see me make. If there's something you think could be interesting or intriguing for the guy with the nice traps to talk about, just type it in the comments below. I'd be more than happy to hear what you have to say. Man, this British accent is not it tonight. Guys, I promise I'm usually better. I promise I'm usually better. It's not it tonight. For your troubles, package of marinara sauce. Cheers. Have a good night. Peace.